from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma, sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
They're disgusting. She's Anna Navarro in your wildest imagination. You could never solo host a show. You will only ever make it as part of an ensemble, and you could never hope to achieve the success that Tucker Carlson has. So you can sit in your little cheap seats all day long and enjoy your little negative henpecking, but your careers are going nowhere, and Tucker is about to dominate in whatever space.
It's called The View?
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I mean, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America.
But
there is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
Is The View still a talk show, or has it become a circus of scripted outrage? For years, Whoopi Goldberg and her co-hosts have dominated daytime TV, promising bold discussions and women's empowerment. But lately, the cracks are showing. Big time. From Whoopi's shocking on-air clashes to backstage rumors that could end her run, the drama surrounding The View is juicier than ever. And when heavyweights like Bill Maher and Megyn Kelly step in to call out the mess, you know things are about to get wild. Buckle up, because we're diving into the chaos that's tearing The View apart. And trust me, you won't believe what's been going on behind those colorful coffee mugs. It all kicked off when Whoopi Goldberg took a swing at Bill Maher on The View. During a heated segment, she threw a quick jab, probably thinking it'd slide under the radar, but Maher wasn't having it.
That hot mess that they air in the mornings, called The View, had to issue not one, not two, not three, but 4 corrections, legal corrections. 4 legal notes. We only have 3 of them on camera, but look at this.
I have another legal note.
Oh, my God.
Both Trump and Pam Bondi have denied allegations of a quid pro quo. I have a legal note.
Not to mention what they did at that debate, where once again, they tried to fact check only one side, and then when their fact checks got fact checked, they cowered. They cowered in fear. I mean, this is a pattern with them.
He fired back on his own show, tearing into The View with a smirk and a scalpel. Social media exploded, with X posts lighting up like a wildfire. Fans called it a masterclass in clapbacks, while others screamed karma when Whoopi was suddenly yanked from the show's lineup shortly after. But here's the twist. Maher laughed off the karma talk, saying life's just random and sometimes hilarious. Like a big game hunter getting trampled by an elephant, then eaten by lions. No cosmic justice, just pure chaos. And that chaos, it's been brewing on The View's set for a while now. But what's really going on behind the scenes? The View has a nasty habit of tripping over its own tongue. In just one season, the show had to issue 4 legal corrections. Yep, 4 times they got called out for getting it wrong on air. Take Sunny Hostin's jaw-dropping moment when she compared the January 6th Capitol riot to some of the darkest moments in history, like the Holocaust or slavery. The backlash was instant, with viewers on X calling it unhinged and reckless. Bill Maher didn't even need to exaggerate. He just played the clip and let it speak for itself. The show's pattern of over-the-top rhetoric isn't just sloppy. It's starting to cost them credibility. And when you're issuing legal notes like their parking tickets, you've got to wonder, what's happening off camera to let this slide? Bill Maher didn't just point out a few bad takes. He swung a wrecking ball at The View's entire setup. He called it synchronized indignation, a place where real debate goes to die. According to Maher, the show's not about discussion. It's about everyone nodding along to the same script, shutting down anyone who dares think differently. He even took aim at their moral high ground, pointing out that dismissing half the country for supporting a certain red hat-wearing politician isn't progress. It's delusion. Maher's sharpest jab? You can't claim to love open dialogue when every guest with a fresh take gets dogpiled like a kid in a beehive. And the wildest part? He didn't even need to step onto their set to make the whole table shake. But he wasn't the only one landing blows. Enter Megyn Kelly, who didn't just critique The View. she dismantled it with sniper-like precision. From her own platform, Kelly called the show an overproduced echo chamber, where hosts skim headlines 5 minutes before airtime and then act like experts. She didn't yell or throw shade. She just laid out the truth. The View isn't a talk show, it's a performance. A scripted game of outrage where 5 women agree on everything and call it empowerment. Kelly's sharpest cut? Comparing watching the show to auditing a class taught by people who never read the textbook. And when, she pointed out those 4 legal corrections, only 3 admitted on air. The silence from The View's hosts was deafening. No clapbacks, no fiery responses, just awkward smiles and a quick cut to commercial. But the drama doesn't stop at the hosts' table. Behind the scenes, The View's set is reportedly a pressure cooker. Former hosts like Megyn and Candace. Cameron Bure didn't just leave, they fled. McCain spoken openly about the toxic vibe, saying she felt ganged up on for daring to have a different opinion. Bure, known for her wholesome roles, hinted at similar struggles, with ex-posts speculating she was pushed out for not fitting the show's narrative. Recent rumors swirling on X suggest Whoopi herself might be fed up, with some insiders claiming she's clashed with producers over the show's direction. At 69, Whoopi's been a cornerstone of The View, but whispers about her exit are growing louder. Could the queen of daytime TV be ready to walk away? That question's got everyone talking, but there's more to Whoopi's story than backstage. Gossip. Whoopi's no stranger to controversy, and one moment still haunts her. Back in 2022, she sparked a firestorm with comments about a dark chapter in history, suggesting it wasn't about race. The backlash was swift. Articles called it tone deaf, and ABC hit her with a 2-week suspension. Whoopi apologized, but the damage was done. Ex-users still bring it up, with one post from 2024 calling it the moment The View lost its soul. It wasn't just a one-off. It's part of a pattern of polarizing takes that keep landing Whoopi and the show in hot water. From dismissing serious accusations to throwing jabs at guests, Whoopi's bold style has always been her strength. But is it now her Achilles heel? And those rumors about her leaving? They're picking up steam. Speculation about Whoopi's exit is everywhere. Ex-posts from late 2024 claim she's done with The View's drama, with some citing her age and others pointing to fights with co-hosts like Sunny Hostin. Entertainment blogs have fueled the fire, reporting that advertisers are pressuring ABC to shake things up as viewership dips. One ex-user summed it up. Whoopi's been carrying The View for years, but even she can't save it from itself. The show's been bleeding viewers, with some blaming its predictable narratives and others pointing to the constant outrage. If Whoopi walks, what happens to The View? That question's hanging over the show like a storm cloud, and it's not the only one. The View's bigger problem is its fading relevance. Once a must-watch for bold takes and lively debates, it's now seen by many as a caricature of itself. Viewership numbers from 2024 show a steady decline, with articles citing a 10% drop compared to 5 years ago. Advertisers are reportedly getting antsy, pushing for changes to stop the slide. Ex-posts from viewers are brutal, calling the show a morning soap opera and a lecture hall for one-sided rants. Bill Maher and Megyn didn't just expose the show's flaws. They held a mirror up to a format that's lost its spark. Can The View reinvent itself, or is it doomed to keep shouting into the void? That question's got viewers turning to the internet for answers. The audience isn't just watching The View, they're revolting against it. On X, fans and critics alike are tearing into the show's one-sided takes and Whoopi's heavy-handed moderation. One viral post from early 2025 called out a moment where Whoopi cut off a guest mid-sentence for daring to question the panel's narrative. "It's not a discussion, it's a dictatorship," the user wrote, racking up thousands of reposts. Hashtags like "Gachi Cancel The View" have popped up, with viewers venting about everything from Sunny Hostin's dramatic comparisons to Alyssa Farah Griffin's awkward attempts to play the token conservative. Ex-users aren't just upset, they're done. They're flocking to podcasts and YouTube channels where unfiltered voices get a chance to shine. But this backlash isn't just about one show. It's part of a bigger shift in how we consume media. The View didn't just shape daytime TV. It set the tone for a whole wave of talk shows built on emotional outbursts and moral grandstanding. But that formula's starting to crumble. Articles from 2024 point out that shows like The Talk and The Real have either ended or pivoted to stay relevant, while The View clings to its old playbook. Meanwhile, platforms like Spotify and YouTube are stealing viewers with raw, unscripted conversations. Think Joe Rogan or Megyn Kelly's own podcast. These spaces don't just tolerate dissent, they thrive on it. The View's rigid format can't keep up, and the cracks are showing. X posts hint at deeper issues, like producers scrambling to control the narrative, while hosts like Alyssa Farah Griffin push back against Whoopi's dominance. If the set's a pressure cooker, the stove's about to blow. And there's one deadline, looming that could change everything. Right now, all eyes are on Whoopi's contract. Rumors are swirling that her 2025 negotiations with ABC are hitting rough waters. Posts from industry insiders claim executives want a fresh direction to boost ratings, which could mean a reduced role for Whoopi, or no role at all. One user posted, "Whoopi's fighting to stay, but ABC's ready to pull the plug." Blogs report she's clashed with producers over everything from guest bookings to segment topics, with some saying her feud with Alyssa Farah Griffin has turned personal. At 69, Whoopi's a legend, but even legends face the clock. If she walks, can The View survive without its anchor? Or will it finally have to face the mirror Maher and Kelly held up? One thing's clear, the next few months could make or break the show. So what's the real story behind The View's collapse? It's not just Whoopi Goldberg's jabs at Bill Maher, or her 2022 suspension that lit the fuse. It's not just Maher and Kelly exposing the show's echo chamber antics. It's the toxic set, the fleeing co-hosts, the fed-up viewers, and a format that's stuck in the past while the world moves on. The View was supposed to be a stage for fearless women, but it's become a soap opera, where disagreement is the enemy and outrage is the star. With Whoopi's contract hanging in the balance and audiences turning to X and podcasts for real talk, one question remains. Can The View rewrite its script, or is it destined to fade into daytime TV history? Drop your take in the comments. Do you think Whoopi's out, or is the show worth saving? Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the drama shaking up your screen. See you next time.